Welcome to The World on Water. I'm your host, Rob Brown, and co-hosting the program with me is Donna Mears.
Join us as we look at the sailing highlights over the last 7 days.
The Caribbean delivered perfect sailing conditions for the 10th edition of the Loire de St Barths distance race. 15 to 17 knot easterly breeze saw the 80-plus yachts, 1,000-plus crew take on the 21 to 34 nautical mile race courses across 9 divisions. The vision you are watching is of Sun Hung Kai.Scallywag, the Hong Kong-based 100-foot maxi skippered by Aussie David Witt. The Bellamante team broke the top 2 metres of their mast and had to retire. Sailors League Gold Cup, a concept for any nation's top sailing athletes to team up together to form a single crew and then race against each other aboard the high-performance 47-foot one design monohulls. Who will be the best sailing nation?
Fiery Brazilian and 5-time Olympic medalist Robert Scheidt with Henry Björning relinquished the overall lead of the SSL Breeze Grand Slam and Star Europeans to the Polish-Portuguese duo Mateusz Kuznedowicz and Frederico Melo, who nailed race 7, their 3rd win so far.
On with the winners, and Mateusz, we saw you cross that line and give a big fist pump. It meant a lot to win that race.
Oh yeah, for sure. First of all, welcome back. we have you quite often, and this is amazing actually. This is third race of the championship we are winning. Yeah, this is very important moment of the regatta, because now we are fighting for the top standing, and first we'll go directly to the final. Second will go to the semi-final. So this is the big benefit, and maybe during the race we are not thinking about it, but when you ask now, that means a lot to us.
French duo Xavier Rohard and Pierre-Alexis Ponceau won race 8 to see them firmly in the top 10.
Big smiles on board this boat. I mean, that was a huge smile.
Yeah, finally it was important for us to show that we can win, we can be there for the final, we can be in everything, so that's very important.
Lake Garda provided physically demanding and tactical racing for the fleet with the Polaire wind from the north. With one more day to go, the overall leaderboard looks like this, with safe spots for the likes of Paul Caillard and Arthur Lopez, Freddie Luke and Brian Petit. But as only 10 will survive into the quarters, semis and finals, 10th placed Merkelbach and Coy, 11th placed O'Leary and O'Leary and 12th placed Missouri and Barach are in the danger zone.
Yeah, we've been chipping away at the kind of just outside, and today we've probably suited us a little more. It wasn't so one-sided, and you know, we just stuck at it, and the weather is probably a bit like home, so it made us no worries. For tricky enough conditions, we were kind of a little bit higher in the last race, dropped a few spots, but just if you can kick in solid scores, single digits, will get you home in this regatta. So.
Check out the action on Super Sunday when $100,000 US will be shared by the top 20.
The Finn Europeans in Athens got back on track on Thursday with 3 more races completed. After losing the overall lead following the opening race, Brit Giles Scott ended the day with a 15-point lead over the Hungarian world champion Zsombor Barths. Andy Maloney from New Zealand drops 1 place to 3rd despite a great start in the regatta, winning the opening race.
Today was a bit of a tricky one with some thunderstorms and rain coming in, so unfortunately we didn't get any racing in, but I suppose for me personally that's all good, and I go into tomorrow's medal race with I think a 15-point lead. So yeah, good position to be, but you know, it's still a bit of work to do tomorrow.
Yeah, today our Olympic or national selection got decided. Unfortunately no racing today, but yeah, the battle between me and PJ for the Olympic spot for Holland got decided, and luckily we're going, so yeah, happy days.
As there are only two countries that did not qualify to the Olympics in the medal, I already qualified Brazil to the Olympic Games. Feels good. I would like to race. I think it's not really nice to qualify in this way, but it's the rules, so I'm happy that I could make it.
So no racing today, which means that I'm in the medal race and secure the spot for Norway to the Olympics. So that's huge relief and a lot of weights off the shoulders. Yeah, for sure. The range is very wide. There's a lot of nations that have very, very good sailors. So unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of them missing out the opportunity to race in the Olympics.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Just got off the water from the medal race, which entailed me and Zombie going at it a little bit. Had a bit of a match race, which was good fun. Yeah, we had. I got on top of him on the first beat, and then decided to. He tacked and cleared on the port ley line, and we had. I effectively dialed him down, and he committed super hard to getting around the back of me, and I had to avoid. And there was a bit of shouting, a bit of screaming, and the jury decided with me on the penalty. Yeah, obviously it's a great place to be. You know, I've won my third European title here, which is amazing. But I suppose ultimately it's all about what's happening in about 18 months' time, and everything that we're doing, every event we do, every training that we do is trying to build towards that. So yeah, this is very much just one little step along that journey to Tokyo. So it's great to come here. It's great to win, but there's always a lot of work to do.
Yeah, no, it was a challenging day. The points were really close, pretty much who beats who for the most part. And it was one of those positions with Nils and I where we had nothing to gain and everything to lose. So it was definitely challenging out there, and glad I could finally squeak in just at the very end there and get what I needed to qualify the country for the US.
I think I'm proud to qualify my country in Greece. It was a bit hard because the wind was not what we expect and what I'm used to, and also there was a bit more pressure for everybody because everybody wants the qualification in Greece. But in the end, job done, and that's it.
It's been a great ride. You know, fin sailing with you know, the whole brotherhood. You know, that's I did 3 Olympics, really nice. But I think what sticks is the people. What sticks is the people together. You know, sharing outside on the water, sharing inside live, and it's quite special. So I'm already thankful and proud, and we'll get a drink tonight.
New Zealand's Olympic gold medal team of Pete Burling and Blair Tuke returned to the class and have won the 49er European Championship and also the Open European title. GBR's Fletcher and Bithell chomping at their heels in second place.
Earlier this month in London, the World Sailing Council made key decisions on the equipment to be used at the Paris 2024 Olympic sailing competition. The Laser was selected as the men's and women's one-person dinghy, the IKA Formula Kite as the mixed kite board, and the 470 as the mixed two-person dinghy.
After a dramatic quarter-finals and semi-finals where 6 of the top 10 crews were knocked out in the SSL Grand Slam format, names like Freddie Loop, Roberto Benamati and Eric Doyle, the final race of the SSL Breeze Grand Slam and Star Europeans gave us an edge-of-the-seat performance by the 4 teams. After a clean start, Paul Caillard and Arthur Lopez stayed clear of trouble to lead at the top mark, then all the way down the run. On the second lap, Xavier Rohard and Pierre-Alexis Ponceau pulled out a solid lead, the French duo improving throughout the 5-day regatta to peak at the perfect moment. It looked like the Frenchmen had the championship in the bag around the final top mark with over 30 metres on Brazilians Robert Scheidt and Henry Björning. And in the final metres to the finish, the Brazilians slid across the line to victory within a mere boat length.
I'm not even sure you can believe it. What a run.
Yeah, I was so tired that he had to tell me that we won because, you know, I was seeing black already, you know, my heart rate was so up and I said, did we really win? He said, yeah, we won.
Arthur Lopez and Paul Caillard took third on the podium, a fine gift for the American sailor's 60th birthday, and bravo to the French, second on the podium.
Of course, it's always frustrating to lose the first place like this, but generally I think we did a really great job together. We communicate a lot, we work a lot, we try to develop the skills a lot and improve, and then missing just a little bit, but missing.
But wow, what an incredible victory for the brilliant Brazilians, taking the first ever SSL Breeze Grand Slam title and the Star European Championship, plus a check for $20,000 US from the $100,000 prize fund.
If you're going to risk your life sailing around the world, you would want an experienced skipper. So all the sailors were trained by Graham Robb's leadership team.
At the Clipp race, we're really happy to be working with Graham Robb Associates. We'll be bringing our skippers along for some learning and development and talk about teamwork and team behaviours and generally improve the skills that our elite skippers already have. Skills that are being honed and developed at Graham Robb here are really important in building a team that's capable of reaching great heights.
We want to partner with the Clipp race because it's highly professional, it's a globally run race, it's exciting, and we want to help skippers be the best they can be. We have over 30 years experience working with high profile leaders and elite sports teams. What we need to do is help the leaders to engage those crews, to grow them to be proficient sailors and to equip them with the skills to successfully and safely navigate the globe.
Well, what the skippers are up to now is they're taking part in an experiential activity that's designed to hone and refine their existing leadership skills that are going to be used on the Clipper race. During this observation, what we're doing is we're using the action-centered leadership model to understand the leader's ability to balance the task needs, the team needs and the individuals. What we're ultimately trying to achieve is to hone these excellent professionals' existing leadership skills in a way that will enable them to be highly successful but also have a competitive edge.
For me, it's been very useful to come here and do some leadership courses. Obviously, we're all good leaders in our own right, but to learn some good techniques that we can apply to crew and to the practical sense has been great. So as a team of skippers, we've worked very well together. Obviously, we're going to be skippers on our own boats, but as a bunch of guys all trying to achieve the same goal here, we've worked very well together.
That's the program, wrapping a great week of global sailing news at World on Water. I'm Rob Brown, and I'm looking forward to bringing you the stories from around the track next week.